Ooh. What up, what up, what up? Yes, it is I, the homie, Mac, aka YaBoy. And for those watching live, I know it's a tad bit late. For those watching on Monday, you should get it at the regular time, watching, listening. Either way, you should get it on Monday, standard time. But for those tapped into the Patreon, which you can check the link below, normally we try to go live Friday nights so you guys can tap in and join in the shenanigans. But your boy just got back from spending Friday up in Baltimore with my brother and sister and all my nieces and nephews and whatnot. And having fun up at the aquarium out there. It's a good time. If you haven't been to that aquarium, if you're able and in the area, check it out. It's a great aquarium. But it is 4.5 hours away from where I stay at. So that caused us to have to drive again back up that way. And not a fan of 95 North in Virginia, 95 North or South in Virginia. Virginia as a whole, y'all need to do something, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 147 of the Smoke Pit, and tonight I'll be sharing my thoughts on the drivers and Virginia roadways, and pretty much we'll start it off with a rant. Then we'll get into a house meeting. We're talking the top 10 gangster film of all times and trying to pick the top 3 from the list given. Obviously, there are plenty of gangster / mafia / mob films out there, and people have their opinions, but we'll just go off this picture for the sake of time. We'll pull that up in house meeting. And finally, there's a past episode of the Smoke Pit where we kind of got on a young lady for singing the national anthem at a NBA game to I guess some fanfare, but apparently this past week there has been a even more egregious crime and sin when it comes to singing the national anthem from a professional Grammy-nominated singer, and we'll get into that as well. But I'd say we go ahead and start the motherfucking show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on episode 147 of the Smoke Pit, starting right now.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Yep. What's good, everybody? Y'all know what it is. Saturday night, mood somewhat right. It is one half of the dynamic duo, Mac, a.k.a. YaBoy. Thank you for joining me, episode 147 of the Smoke Pit, brought to you by your good friends here at Dat Feelin Podcast Network. Now, you can check our website out. It's in the description below, as well as where to get merch. Speaking of merch, you like it? You liking what you see there? I know I am. Brand new merch from the Smoke Pit. Shenanigans are afoot, because you know they always are when we go live here on the Smoke Pit. So check that out. Link to the merch shop is below in the description. We try to do a lot of stuff for you. Try to take the guesswork out of a lot of stuff by putting stuff down in the description. Hopefully it's helping you out. But shout out to our sponsor, Cons Custom Creations. Her Facebook page is tagged in there as well. Check her out. She does. She's willing to work with you. If you got a design in mind that you would like to see on a shirt, please hit her up, let her know, and she'll be able to get that done for you. All she's asking for is, just give her an opportunity to do that for you guys. So make sure to check that out. Her link is in the description as well. And kind of off-brand, coming at you Saturday night for our live people. But we're going to try to keep the energy up. Still a solo show. Shout out to my man Black Mac. He should be coming back sooner rather than later. But again, prayers and thoughts are still with you and your fam as you go through this difficult time. So, as promised, let me start this off. I don't have a shot glass in front of me. That's another foul. That's the second show in a row I didn't have it. But libations are still available here in front of me. Ooh, merch shot too. Look at this. AA. But I got my Crown Vanilla and my Coke Zero here. Toast up again to family. Get time to spend with mine up there in Baltimore. First time we actually went out, brought all the kids out and everything. Cousins hanging out. It was a good time. Jokes were had. All the good stuff, man. The driving just sucks, man. Like, and I love to drive. I just hate driving when stupid people are on the road. So that's pretty much all the time. Because you know how it is when you drive. You're the best driver in the world. Everybody else sucks, right? So that's what we're working with out here. But here's the family. Good times, bad times. It's good to appreciate them while they're here. Even if you guys are not on speaking terms, just remember you got family out there. Hit them up. Let them know you're thinking about them. I ain't telling you to go out and try to recuperate and fix every relationship. Yeah, y'all know where y'all are at with y'all family. But for me, it was just good to spend time with them and everything. And to family. Here you go. Delish. Now, if you are watching on Patreon, make sure you're looking at the video. You click the little, there should be a YouTube icon on the video that'll have you watch over on YouTube, and then you'd be able to leave comments in there. Because I was getting a lot of, not complaints, but, comments saying, hey, I'm watching the video, but I can't comment with everybody. So if you're on YouTube or Patreon, you see the video streaming, you see my beautiful face, should be an icon on there. You click that, it'll say, do you want to watch this over on YouTube? You click that, it takes you to YouTube, and then you'll be able to comment. All that good fun stuff that we love for you guys to do when we go live. Anyway, I promised you guys a small little rant on my experience driving on this. And we could probably tap into the last time I attempted to go to Baltimore to this aquarium. I was saving that for minutes, but I'll share it with you guys here. And we're bringing back a segment that was one off. Thought I would never have to use this segment again. But I believe it's time to sit down, cozy on up to the fireplace, gather around the chair, and enjoy this story time with Mac. So soothing, the strings and everything of that. But, it's not soothing. Driving on these roads out here in Virginia. Virginia. I can only speak for the eastern portion of Virginia. I have not been out to the western portion. Driven through it on the way out here. I assume everything's cool out there because you don't have this congested BS that is the Hampton Roads area or the D.C. area, which extends 2 hours south or an hour and some change south down to Fredericksburg and all that other stuff. But, so real quick, in the Hampton Roads area, there's a ton. There's only like a couple of ways to get over to the Virginia Beach side, right? When I get the post edits and stuff, I'll put up a map. But if you're from the area, you should be well aware of the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel and the Mirmarmac, whatever, the tunnel that's over by Norfolk, right? What can I say about these tunnels except when they were made, the ingenuity and the amount of brain power and the money and everything that went into building these tunnels, I don't know why they just couldn't build a bridge. Now, I know why is because they be having these ships come over to the Norfolk shipbuilding and repair and everything, aircraft carriers and all that stuff, because Norfolk's a pretty big naval station, by the way. But there's got to be a better way, man. Y'all could have made these tunnels wider or something. I don't know if they understood how populated and condensed the population would be here. There is never a good time to drive through any of these tunnels. It is always traffic. It'd be 3, 4, 5 miles backed up, like stop, bumper to bumper, no go traffic. And you're like, boy, there better be an accident. The standard, there better be a, boy, if when I get up here, there better be a reason why traffic is like it is up here. You know what I'm saying? Only to find out when you get up there, traffic is flowing smoothly or something. So either people don't know how to merge right, people aren't letting people merge in. I don't know what it is. But ever since I got here, or actually before that, because I came out here TDY one time back in 2019, I believe, before COVID, and they were working on this bridge or some kind of new traffic management system that was going to solve all of this shit. Fast forward to 2024. It is still under construction. I do not know. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I understand the architecture, the planning, the fucking mathematics, the skill that goes into figuring out how to make traffic flow better. I'm just a simple person. But what I do know is that this plan that they had that was supposed to be done summer of before now, they took them signs down. You know those signs that be like, could be completed by summer of whatever. They took them shits down because they don't even know at this point. They're like, bro, just trust us. Please believe us that this thing will get done on time. You know what I'm saying? That is where they're at right now. But I digress. Any traffic, anything in Virginia, when you see it on the interstate, where they're just like, this is going to improve the flow of traffic, it is a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you right now, it is a lie. It is on the same page as your church's building fund. You know, they promise you they have the beautiful mock-up. They have somebody draw what the new church is going to look like from the outside. Never no interior plans. Never no floor plans. Just a gorgeous building on the outside is what they draw it up as. And it's the same thing with these new traffic flow management things that's going to help ease the congestion of traffic. Like, none of that stuff works. None of that is just all a dream. And you can go to their page, and they'll have these beautiful mock-ups about and how cars are flowing and how much time it's going to. That's never going to happen, people. So when they be like using your tax dollars to fix this, it's not going to get fixed. It's not going to get done. It's just not. Okay, it's just not. Speaking of that, so that's just the tunnel going to Virginia Beach and stuff. If you want to do something fun over in Virginia Beach, you got to try to figure out when's the best time to go. Do I go the night before when like no traffic is out and get a hotel so I can enjoy the day out there in Virginia Beach? Or do I try to just chance it and head over there about 11, 12 o'clock and there be traffic all over the place, right? So it's either way. It's going to be annoying. You're either spending money at a hotel over there so you can do stuff, or you're just trying to plan and leave hella early to get to Virginia Beach side and just sit around and wait till the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? It's shenanigans all around. It's shenanigans all around. On that note, I'm going to just say this. From here on out, family members, listen to me. Friends and family up in Northern Virginia, DC, DMV area. If I have to drive more than 2 hours north, I'm not coming anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to my psyche. I'm not doing it for my mental health. I'm not doing it for my overall safety. I'm just not doing it no more. The payoff for the drive up there, I will say it was a good time. What's up, Brian? Yeah, that's one of the things I was gonna talk about. It's a good time. It's a good time. But like the trauma that I have to go through to get up there is what I can go without. So 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago we tried this thing. Tried to take some leave, right? And go up to Baltimore to check this aquarium out. My sister's son just turned 5, kindergarten starting up next year, trying to do something fun, take him to the aquarium up in Baltimore for the first time. He's never been there, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a great time. So I'm laughing because this story's gonna get wild. Drive up there, meet him at my parents' house. We're like, cool, we're gonna head out, all that good stuff. We drive out there. As we're driving, Virginia, this is another thing on YouTube. I have never seen so much debris on an interstate in my life. And I'm coming from Arizona where, like, there's natural debris, like rocks and shit, right? Windshields getting cracked in Arizona all the time because rocks are just being kicked up, right? Small pebbles, stuff. Sometimes they ding your windshield, sometimes they don't. It's hitting, but you hear them hitting your car. You're like, man, this shit is gonna be fucking ridiculous when I get out and look at my car. You look at it, it's not bad. Here in Virginia, bro, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like the obstacle course from, like when you finish a level in Paperboy and you get off the street and it turns into the dirt road and there's like ramps and hoops and fucking moving gates, and it feels like paper, like you're trying to navigate the obstacle course in Paperboy is what it feels like, because there's literally everything in the road. Fucking cargo straps, fucking tires, whole tires, like somebody just took a tire out of their car and laid it on the road, right? And you're just flying. You're going like 75, 80, flying down the interstate. And then all of a sudden cars just start swerving. You're like, the fuck is going on? And then you see a tire just sitting in the road. Nobody's stopping to get this tire out. I'm not stopping in the middle of traffic. But then, okay, let me just tell the story. So the first weekend we're driving up. We're doing 80. Car in front of me, little white pickup truck, does a little swerve, like out of nowhere. Like we're just going straight. He's like trying to juke somebody or some shit. I'm just like, the fuck is going on up here? Turns out he swerves trying to avoid half of a tire that is just laying in the road. But because he swerved, he ended up running over the tire. Like if he had just kept straight, the tire just would have went right in between the wheels and everything. No problem, right? Apparently he thought it was going to do some shit to his car. So he's swerving and everything. So he swerves, runs over the tire, kicks the tire up in the air. He's doing about 80. So I'm assuming when he kicks it up, the wheels, whatever, kicks the tire the tire's now going 80 miles an hour or however fast it's going. I'm going 80 miles an hour. This tire comes in the air. And like, I swear time slows down. It was like the scene in X-Men where Quicksilver goes into the mansion to save everybody when the mansion's exploding, right? Like everything just slows down, and I have split seconds to try to think about courses of action to take here, right? Tires in the air, I'm looking. I'm like, now, in the left lane, do I swerve over into the shoulder where there's loose gravel, everything? My traction is probably not going to be what it is. Concrete wall right there. I got my wife, kids in the back. Lose control of the car, possibly. No, that's probably not the best bet. Do I slam on my brakes, hoping to stop in time before this tire smashes the windshield? But I look in the rearview mirror, and there's a car right on my ass going about 80. Probably a little bit faster because he's up on me. So I'm like, if I do that, it's going to cause like a ridiculous pile up and damage to the back of my car anyway. And my son's in that third row, so probably not the best bet. So I'm just like, let the tire hit the windshield, right? On the best sliver of luck, it bounces off and there's no damage. That's like 0% chance of happening. I know that, but I'm just like, all right. My wife is in the passenger side sleep. because she just got done working night shift over at the clinic. So she's getting her rest as we're going up to the aquarium. The tire is kicked up on the passenger side. It's about to hit the passenger side of the windshield. I'm looking at my wife. She's knocked out. Kids looking at their phones, playing games on their phone. So I'm just like, well, all right. Put my little arm over here like I'm going to shield her from this fucking massive tire that's floating at us at. The collision is what? The equivalent of 106. I don't know about momentum and all that shit. Physics and all that stuff. I tried to take it in high school. Got to through the first grading period. I was like, I can't do this, bro. You got to let me up out this class. Drop that shit like a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? Drop that shit. But I'm just like, now, this is going to make me sound bad. My arm is out. And for the public's knowledge, I was shielding my wife. I'd rather the brunt of this tire just fucking shatter my arm if it can, like, prevent any amount of damage to my wife. All right? So let that be what's written down in newspapers and magazines, right? Let that be written down. The real reason, not the real reason, a big part of the reason is because I was like, if this tire does come through and hit my wife and causes some harm to her, I don't want people to be like, so, I mean, you didn't do anything? You didn't, like, try to protect her? I didn't want to go down like that. I didn't want her to wake up with a Michelin Man permanently tattooed on her face and my arm be perfectly fine. And, she the only one taking the brunt of all the damage and everybody else in the car cool. We couldn't have that. As a man, I couldn't have that go down. I don't want y'all to think I'm just out here letting my wife get slapped upside the head by tires going 90 miles an hour and shit. So I was like, hopefully I at least get a scar on my arm and be like, see, I tried. Like old buddy from The Blind Side trying to hold back the airbag from killing the kid and shit. Like, I'm not on that level, right? And also, Michael Orr, like, who that movie was based on, bro, he let me down in the Super Bowl back in 2015. But that's neither here nor there. So here we are. Shattered. Windows shattered. Pull over to the side. Cops come. I'm sitting there talking to insurance, USAA. USAA. I think that'll be a rant for another day, but y'all got to get y'all shit together. Because there's no reason I had to explain what happened to me to 5 different people 5 different times in order to get through and get the help that I needed. That was unnecessary. But the Virginia Department of Transportation, one of their workers pull up behind me and is looking at us. Talking about, yeah, we got called to pick up some debris that was in the road. Are you guys the cause of the debris? I was like, no. We're the result of the debris. Y'all was like 5 minutes late coming out here trying to stop traffic to pick this fucking tire up. And then the cop comes up, right? So state trooper comes up. Shout out to him. I know he's just doing his job. I'm on the phone losing my shit. I'm keeping my cool, but close to losing it with USAA. He knocks on the door like, I need to talk to you. It's like, if I roll this window down and talk to you, these cars are going by at 90. Insurance ain't going to hear me. It is what it is. I have to talk to you. All right, cool. Give the phone to my wife. Go talk to the trooper. He's asking me what happened. So it's like the 11th time I'm explaining this thing. He looks me in my eye. Looks me right in my optic stems. And he says to me, did you get the license plate of the car that was in front of you that caused this? So I looked to him and like, I'm a sarcastic person, right? If you know me, you know me. Like, I can only take some. That's all I can stands. I can't stands no more. To quote Popeye. I'm sitting here like, do you mean when the tire was flung in the air or after my windshield was shattered? Like, when was I going to get this license plate? I don't know if he was expecting me to just, every time a car is in front of me, to write down and get the license plate, or after the accident, like, hang my head out the window while still going 80 with holes in the windshield, trying to write this this license plate down. Like, bro, it's not happening. You know it wasn't going to happen. He's like, I know it's a stupid question. I just had to ask it, right? So I'm just like, Virginia. And can we talk about this random ass express lane? So again, in post edits, you're gonna see the fucking stretch of 95 I'm talking about. It's the stretch that goes from Fredericksburg up to DC. And they have an express lane, like there's southbound and there's northbound, and then in the middle of both, there's the express lane. So instead of having an express lane dedicated to each direction, it's just one lane that is not shared. But throughout different times of the day, they shut it down, and it's just the express lane for the north, and then certain times of the day, it's just the express lane for the south. I have traveled that road I don't know how many times, and I don't know the hours, the timings, or whatever, but that lane is never open for the way I'm going. Now, people say, well, at least it's open, because when you're not on it, obviously it's I believe, I'm in complete belief that lane is never open. And when you see cars in it, those aren't real cars. Those are holograms or something. Because the express lane will be floating, and then the other lane is just traffic. There's traffic in both interstates, and traffic in that lane is flowing. I'm like, if the southbound lane is flowing, if the express lane for southbound traffic is just wide open, why aren't people using it? And I'll tell you why. Because them gates stay closed and them cars is fake as fuck. Either that, or you just got to know the person that's controlling those gates. Like, you have to call in and pay them money and tell them, hey, bro, I'm headed up to D.C. We'll be up there about 3 o'clock. Can you have these lanes open for your boy at 3 o'clock? Pay them some money, give them a cash app. I don't fucking know how it works, but I'm pretty sure that's the only way a motherfucker can use that express lane going either up to DC or back down from DC. Because what is the point of having that if it's never used? If it's never fucking open and used to ease the flow of traffic, to lessen the congestion of traffic, which then lessens the chances of an accident happening, why have those? Why have that? I would gladly, like, if you, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a fuck about these trees over here. Knock them hoes down. Widen this interstate, or build me express lane or something. Y'all need to get it together. Jersey Turnpike, beautiful. I would gladly pay tolls, fines, whatever for using that thing, man. If for my mental health, I ran right through there without an easy pass. They have gates there where you can stop, pay cash, and keep going. I'm like, this is beautiful. Like, I have no problem with that. That is an amazing invention. Should we need that? No. Because I feel like, you should be able to want to ease traffic for free for your people, for tax-paying citizens such as myself. But no, I understand you got to make a quick buck for your state, whatever. So toll people, if I'm paying a price for convenience, I will gladly pay money to save time. That's why if I need a house painted, paying somebody, all that, you could do it yourself. Home Depot can help. Man, fuck all that. All you handymen out there that like to do it yourself, DIY projects, more power to you. Your boy Matt? No, sir. No, sir. Bro, I will bring up Google, search high-rated, painters, interior decorators, remodel, all that stuff. I'm paying people money to do that for your boy because I got better things to do with my time than to sit there and be doing all that stuff. I wish I would work Monday through Friday, then come home after work trying to regrout my bathroom floor. What the Hey, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. So that's I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Virginia, I don't know who the governor is. I'll look him up later. You need to do better, bro. You need to do better. I don't know what you're doing. I don't want to have to slide through Richmond. check up on you, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with them taxes, them tax monies. But these roads need to get better, man. This is goddamn Mad Max out there on these streets, trying to go up there, spend time with my family. But I'm like, is it worth it? I was about to fly up there. Glad I didn't, based on what was going on in these airports. Crowd strike, but I'm going to just leave it at that. So with that being said, promised you a nice little debate about these gangster movies over in the house meeting. So let's go ahead and start that up. Woo, where we at? There we go.
I think we need to have a house meeting, y'all.
Forgive me while I adjust the coals to my hookah here. But ladies and gentlemen, you can see down at the bottom, top 10 gangster films of all times. And I'd like to share this screen so you can see what's up here. Now, I'm not knocking any of these movies up here. Where we at? Share screen. There we go. And voila. This is what we got up here. Top 10 gangster films of all time. Now, I will say we'll leave that. So both The Godfather and Godfather 2 are taking up 2%, 20%. 2 of the 10 slots are being taken up by Godfather movies. Now, I am glad that Godfather 3 is nowhere near this list. It's widely renowned as the worst of the trilogy. I've been seeing a couple of posts around. They haven't gone viral or anything, but that Godfather 2 is not as good as what people are saying. I love it. Right, I love Godfather 1, and I love Godfather Part 2. Going back to the other one, my brother says, I'll take that easy lane without an easy pass in a minute. Used to work in D.C. I'd rather take an hour to get home than 3. Indeed. And pay the toll. I don't care, bro. Send me the bill. Send me the bill. Y'all know where I stay at. I'll gladly pay that shit. But we're sitting here looking at Godfather 1 and 2. Casino is up there, obviously. Goodfellas, obviously. Carlito's Way. Scarface. We've talked about Scarface on this show before. You guys know how I feel about it. If not, you'll understand. American Gangster. The Departed. Great. Donnie Brasco. And The Untouchables. Am I okay with this list? I am. Do I want to sit here and try to think about other movies which I can replace, match, and take one out, put one on? Not really. Because I would say my top 3 are already up here. Top 3. And we'll start with my number 3. Believe it or not, I'm going to have The Departed as my number 3 on here. Now, Departed is one of my all-time favorite movies, so that should let you know something. But if I'm looking for just, I don't like gangster movies like The Departed, one of my all-time favorite movies. So saying that it's number 3 in my top 3 of gangster movies, like people will be like, well, then the other 2 gangster movies should also be in your all-time favorite movies. And they're not, okay? They're great movies. Like, they wouldn't be in my top 10. Departed is in my top 10. So what can I say about Departed that hasn't been said about Departed before? Leo killed it. Probably one of the only few movies I could watch with Mark Wahlberg in it that I'm not just like, hurry up and turn this shit off, right? Matt Damon's in it. Jack Nicholson's in it. Man, it's awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't know where you've been at, or maybe you're just not into gangster movies, whatever. Amazing movie. Departed, number 3. in my gangster films of all time. Going to number 2, I would have to say The Godfather. Outdated, yes. Is it hard to watch now? Like, if you were just to never have seen it, be like, I'm going to check it out. You know what I'm saying? It might be a hard watch for you, right? Because movies obviously are done different now. They're shot better. You can do a little bit more when it comes to the graphic nature of what all these films are about, right? It's become more acceptable to that. The Godfather, I just feel like it just opened the door to start making movies about mafia and mob life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm sitting here like, The Godfather 2 is great. Al Pacino as a, Corleone's son grown up. I think it's just a progression. Like, you see him as a kid in The Godfather, and then you see him as an adult in Godfather Part 2, continuing that saga. But Marlon Brando as the Godfather, you're paying homage. And to me, like, I've seen that movie I don't know how many times. It's not just up there because it started this gangster shit, and this is the motherfucking thing. No, I'm playing. But it's a great story, and it opens the door to what could have been one of the greatest trilogies, if not for Part 3. But The Godfather is number 2, and number 1 for me is Goodfellas, man. Bro, Goodfellas is up there, and it's staying up there. Is it in my top 10 movies of all time? If I had to sit and think about it, give you an answer now, probably not. But if I sat down and really thought about my top 10 movies, which is probably a difficult task for anybody to do, really, it's probably not. It's probably not. I'm not going to wag it and say it's in my top 15. But if I had to watch a gangster's film and somebody's like, hey, recommend a gangster mafia mob movie, I'm going to say you got to start with Goodfellas, right? Goodfellas just has it all. You got De Niro in there. You got Ray Liotta in there. Rest in peace. You got, is Ray Liotta dead? I think, bro, if you're not dead, Ray Liotta, I'm sorry. I could have swore I read something a while back saying that you passed. That's how out of it I am right now. But you got Joe Pesci in there. Who else? You got what is it? Dennis Ferreira, I believe it is. Bro, it's just a who's who when it comes to this mafia stuff, man. Goodfellas, and it's quotable lines, man. Quotable lines. It's a movie where you just see the outsider kind of get adopted into the family and make a name for itself, start moving up and all of that stuff. And then you also see the downside of it getting a little bit too big, start slipping up, FBI on you and everything. It's such a good movie. So that'd be my top 3 right there. Got Departed number 3, the OG, the first Godfather, number 2, and Goodfellas number 1. Now there's some there were some, like I already talked about Godfather 2. Casino is up there. It's another great gangster movie. And then I'd say American Gangsters. For the culture, I put it up there. Very underrated is The Untouchables, though. Check out The Untouchables. Now, everybody's talking about Scarface. Before, you ain't say Scarface, Mac. What's up with you? You ain't say Scarface. Ladies and gentlemen, Scarface is not a good movie. Scarface it's not a good movie. It is not a good movie. And people are only saying that it's great. It's because, like, when MTV Cribs was popping, every time they go to a rapper's house, they'd have a movie poster of Scarface. Like, is this what we're trying? Is this the idol that we're going after? Is this the person that we want? Scarface. First of all, you had this Italian dude trying to do a Cuban accent, right? It wasn't working. Horrible accent through the whole thing. I'm surprised people weren't suing Al Pacino for appropriation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you couldn't find an Italian person? You couldn't find a real Cuban person to play this role? Man out here with the worst accent. You say hello to my little friend. Okay. Oh, you need people like me. You need me to be the bad guy. Why are people talking about that more? Why are people talking about how horrible Al Pacino was as Scarface? How horrible his accent was. And everybody's looking past that because everybody just wants to talk about the main scene at the end where he comes out, say hello to my little. Oh, that's a gangster way. That's a gangster way to go out. He went out like a G. Like, bro, that's not it. That's not it. It's not a gangster movie. It's a drug lord. That's what I'm saying. It was just in a horrible one at that. He just nobody would do that. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like he was partaking in the product that he was selling, right? Kind of led to certain things. First of all, that when he has the mountain of his product on his desk, he just puts his face into it and instant death. Instant. Can we not talk about that? That's instant death. Nobody does that. It is still functioning, bro. Like you would be like you would be coughing. Like I don't care how wide open your nostril is. I don't care how many lines you've done in your life. You cannot literally put your face in powder like that and snort up and be like, without fucking losing your shit, bro. Like, I can't even pour flour from the bag into the little container that we have it in, and that stuff gets in my nose without me fucking about to have a fit, bro. I feel like I'm drowning. Like, oh man. But yeah, like Scarface is way the fuck out there, bro. Way the fuck. It ain't even considered for me when it comes to movies like this, man. But when you all get a chance, I would love it if you do have any additions that you would like to add and what omissions you would take out, put them in the comments. This is also, I told you we all about these plugs over here. If you check out the links in the description for the Smoke Pit Podcast fan group, you can join there and be able to comment on these real times. As you see, we already got somebody in here. Goodfellas, Departed, and Scar. Oh my God, Tim Deckard, my boy Tim with this Scarface shit. I don't know why. Like he hasn't seen these other ones. I'm assuming. But shout out to you for 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, man. 66%. 66%. Proud of you. But that's a hard L. That Scarface is a hard L. Like I would have accepted any other one except Scarface on there. But that's just me. But yeah, just join the crew, join the group, join the club, however you want to call it, and add to these here. So shout out to the homie Pitmaster Andress for joining in and posting that in there, man. I'm assuming he just posted it in there too, like 2 hours ago. I just checked it out. Felt like sharing it with you guys. So if you have comments, omissions, you want to add your 3 in there, let me know. Let it be known. Let your voice be heard in the group or down in the comment section of this video. We love to hear from y'all. But this is the moment we've all been waiting for. I want to let you guys know. Here at the Smoke Pit, we are non-discriminatory. We're not sexist. We're not racist. We want to let you guys know when it comes to whose man's is this, anybody can get it. Anybody. And I know we've been on Tyrese's neck for a while. You know, we've been on my man, what's his name, Corey Harris. We've been on his neck for a while. But I will say, like we teased in the cold opening there was a couple episodes ago, young girl, about 7, 8, out there singing the national anthem horribly. And she's touring. Like she does it at other games and everything like that too, which I'm just like, how? You know, not knocking you. Get your money, girl. Do what you got to do. But her rendition of the national anthem was not it. And people were still cheering her on. I get it. She's young, but come on now. Everybody talking about, participation trophies and stuff like that. Like, y'all got to let her know, man. Call a spade a spade. It ain't it, girl. With that being said, I feel not an apology, but maybe it's just like, maybe we were a little too hard on her. We're out here like she just sang the worst national anthem all times. And we know that's not true, because if you go on YouTube, Google worst national anthems, I mean, there's a whole playlist of that. What if I told you last week at the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby, they brought out a 4-time Grammy nominee, professional singer, country singer, professional though. She makes her living off of singing songs to the point where she gets nominated for what some would consider the highest award in her profession, the Grammy. But she bombed it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time to get into this week's Whose Man's Is This?
Hey, who man's is this? Oh, man's is this? Who man's is this? I need to know.
Ingrid Andress, right? Ingrid Andress. Now, before I play the video, I just want to run through who she is and what she has been nominated and all that stuff for, right? So Ingrid Elizabeth Andress is an American country music singer and songwriter. She first gained prominence when her U.S. breakthrough single, More Hearts Than Mine, back in 2019, peaked at number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100. Not Billboard Country Hot 100, like across all genres, number 30. Her single, The Stranger, in 2020, peaked at number 49 on Country Airplay, and her single, Wishful Drinking, became her second entry on the Hot 100. She released 2 albums, Ladylike in 2020 and Good Person in 2022, and co-written for numerous artists, right? I want to get to her awards and nominations. So she's been nominated for an Academy of Country Music Award, or an ACA, twice. Well, actually 3 times. Twice in 2021, once in 2020. BMI Country Awards in 2020 and 2023, where she won both of those. Country Music Television Music Awards, she was nominated 3 times, 2020 and 2023. Country Music Association Awards, Grammy Awards. All right. So in 2021, she was nominated for Best New Artist, for Best Country Song with More Hearts Than Mine, and Best Country Album for Ladylike. Nominated. 3 nominations in her first year. 2023, Wishful Drinking, she was nominated for Best Country Duo Group Performance. She's won Nashville Songwriter Awards and Music Row Awards, right? So the biggest thing is these Grammy Awards, like the Academy or the Association, the cult, the whatever you want to call it, that votes for these things, was like, yo, she's on her way. One of the best that we have in the business. I want to share with you, if you haven't heard it, if you have dogs around, please shield their ears. I cannot guarantee and will not be held responsible for any trauma that I cause your 4-legged friends when I play this video. Again, this is very bad. But again, I want you to know that this is a 4-time Grammy nominated country music artist, professionally. All right? We're going to let this ride.
With broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, you heard it here. You heard it here. What in the Carl Lewis? So she has since come out and said that the reason her performance was as such is she was drunk, right? She was already drunk before it was her time to sing, right? And then second, that she has checked herself in the rehab. Bro, that sounded so bad. Like, laugh for somebody checking themselves in the rehab. If that's what you need to do, ma'am, to get your life back and everything, please do, because there's life after country music. There's life after fame and everything. So if that's what you need to do to get your life back, awesome. But why did you have to go through this before you realized you needed help? Why did you have to do this to yourself before being like, you need help? That is what caused me to laugh at you. Oh, I'm checking myself in the rehab, you know. Props to you, mama, for going to rehab. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope it helps you out. I hope you get what you need, and I hope you come out better on the other end. However, I'm assuming Grammy-nominated four-time Grammy-nominated artist. You don't have a team around you to be like, hey, you probably should not be drinking all these beers or whatever, wherever it was that caused you to get that drunk, right? Your publicist, somebody should have been like, she cannot sing. Just play an instrumental of the national anthem or something. Play the instrumental so that she doesn't go out there and embarrass herself, because she has an image. Her whole livelihood is based on how well she sings. And if she comes out here singing this bad, it's going to hurt her moving forward. Brother said PR told her to say that. She ain't know. She had to have known, because they go out and ask people, would you like to sing? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, I'd love to sing. And she shows up. So that lets me know how seriously she was taking this, right? Where she thought, like, I could just get, I'm good. I get out there and kill this shit. And she killed it, right? Just not in the way that she thought she was going to kill it. You know what I'm saying? So that there's that, right? Second, at what point in the song does she not realize, like, ooh, I ain't got it today? Like, at what point does she not go like, that, like, when you miss the first couple of notes, you're just like, you know what? This ain't it today. I'm not hitting what I'm supposed to be hitting on. You know what I'm saying? It just be like, let me just sing it regular. Let me not try to add high notes. Let me not try to add no flares, no waves, no falsettos. Let me just get through it as quick as possible, sit my drunk ass down somewhere, and get on with the night. But nope. She wanted to hit them notes. And where are we at? We'll fast forward up to this part here. When she tried to add all them extra, waves and variations at the free. Is this the part? Oh, this one here. No, that's not it. You know where we trying to hit. Oh, here we go. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down there. Can't pull the Jessica Simpson from SNL. Stop singing the vocal track. Oh, that wasn't Jessica. That was Ashley Simpson. I remember that one. They played the same song twice, and she got up there, started doing a little jig. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all need to start surrounding. I don't care how famous you get. Y'all need to keep your real friends around you that's going to keep you from embarrassing yourself. Like, quit surrounding yourself with a bunch of yes men, yes women. And get somebody out there that's going to keep it real. Because now you out here telling people you were drunk, you've been drinking, you had issues with substance abuse, and now you got to go to rehab. None of this was coming up when you was getting nominated for Grammys all over the place. But one bad national anthem thing, and now people are looking at you like, was that you singing on all them other songs? Was that you really singing on them other songs? Or are you out here Milli Vanilli in this thing? Land of the free. Bro, imagine being a player out here. I know there was one part where the player looked like he was about to just laugh. Like he was looking around like, can y'all believe this shit? Can y'all, this dude right here. Watch his face while she's singing, man. Look at my man right here, bro. What in the fuck are we doing right now? Oh, does she hit this note? I'll tell you right now. I've been to some promotion ceremonies. I've been to some retirements, change of commands. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of military functions where they play this shit before it gets started. Sung beautifully by non-professional, non-Grammy nominated military members. Sounded amazing. You know why? Because they stay in their zone. They stay in their range. They don't try to do nothing special. They sing the song and then they get off stage. They know what their job is. They understood the assignment. Y'all remember that shit? I understood the assignment. Who did you know that was a white chick that sang that song too? Blew my mind when I found out. Anyway, so here she is though. And like I said, we out here doing this to the anthem. And they clapping. Stadium full of people clapping to this murdering of the national anthem. Roseanne went out there and sang it a couple decades ago. Probably about 30-something years ago, if I'm not mistaken. They booed her. I'm just like, well, she deserved that boo because that was a trash, and she went out there to make a mockery of it. So maybe because she was out there giving it the good old college try. Like I could see the little 7-year-old trying to sing it and getting applause, not getting booed. But I mean, if you got a 4-time Grammy-nominated artist up here, 4-time Grammy-nominated artist, singing it like she sang it. We not booing? We not booing? Killing the anthem like this. Nobody's saying nothing. My man take a knee. Y'all ready to throw him out the country. What was more disrespectful? This rendition or taking a knee? I'm going to leave that up to y'all. But Ingrid Andress. Put your motherfucking head down and go to rehab and don't say no, no, no. Yo, that's wild. But without further ado, let us get back to our regularly scheduled programming.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program in progress.
Yes. Again, day late for my Patreon members, but again, Monday you'll be getting it on time. Shout out to my bro who was in the comments, man, keeping me going. Energy was kind of needed to get to where we needed to get to, but hopefully next Friday we'll be back in full swing. I will say, trying to do better at making sure you guys get an episode at least once a week. And I know we took the previous 2 weeks off not last week because I did one last week, but you know what I'm talking about. So we never want to leave you guys hanging without a good episode, without something to, get your week started off right. If you're signing in on Monday to check us out, or start your weekend right, which is kind of in the middle of the weekend right now. But hopefully, if you listen to this and you get to check it out early over on Patreon before the world gets it, get a couple laughs in and whatnot. But as always, appreciate the supporters and everything. Check out the links below. Shout out to Queens and Nerdum again. Dropped the next episode of our Fallen Star adventure, and then next Saturday, usually a gaming night because we try to game every other Saturday. But our friends EJ and Jen, they'll be down out on vacation, so they'll be away. So I'll be stepping up, and we'll be having a DFPN game night where you can win free merch, such as the shirt you see on me right now, as well as probably a mug or a hat. I'll turn this around, but it's a whole lot of extra stuff going on. But free merch is on the line. The game that we'll be playing is called Lyrically Correct. And like I said, I got 90s R&B, I got 90s 2000 hip-hop, and I got 80s kind of like not punk, but like 80s pop, R&B and stuff like that. So just ask some questions, see if you know your music. We'll probably play some music as well. Keep it going, keep it light, things like that. So if you're interested, let us know. We'll be sure to send you a link so you guys can join in. I'll create an ad and all that stuff for it, but I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good time. Wife did a couple questions with me. She's excited. She wanted to play it like a couple nights ago or whatnot. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The last one we had was a success. Shout out to Megan, and shout out to Mark for jumping in there, winning some merch. And hopefully we can find a couple more winners this Saturday coming up, the 27th. So without further ado, I'll be signing off. And to kind of make this sound like an official ending of the Smoke Pit, I'll sign off with the famous quote from my better half of this show, Black Mac. Have love, make sex, peace.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the Smoke Pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.